Welcome to this video on mastering money from your very first paycheck. Starting your first job is exciting, but the legal and financial realities can be overwhelming. Today, we will cut through the noise and build a ruthless plan to avoid common money traps from day one. Now, let's begin by previewing what we'll cover. Next, here is our agenda so you can follow along with clarity. We will start with the Paycheck Paradox, then compare budgeting frameworks, and subsequently we will address credit card traps and the family versus future controversy. After that, we will configure automation, pursue quick wins, and then finish with visual plans and a concise recap. Before we dive in, here is a brief but essential disclaimer. Everything you are about to hear is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. Therefore, you should consult licensed professionals for your unique situation. With that established, let's move forward to the core concept of dividing your paycheck before you spend any of it. Now let's explore the Paycheck Paradox. The core idea is to pre-allocate your income before you spend a single dollar. Conceptually, you assign portions of your pay to savings or investments, essential needs, and discretionary wants. Practically, you then automate your net paycheck, so these allocations happen the moment the money arrives. This approach prevents impulse spending and ensures that paying yourself first becomes non-negotiable. Next, let's compare classic budgeting with a more aggressive approach for those with low overhead. Next, compare two budgeting mindsets. The 50-30-20th rule is a sensible baseline that allocates 50% to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or investments. However, if you have unusually low living costs, such as when living with family, you should strongly consider flipping the script and pushing savings toward 30 to 50% or more. Always treat paying yourself first as a rule, and use a high-yield savings account for emergencies alongside tax-advantaged retirement accounts for long-term compounding. Keep discretionary spending capped so that savings remain protected.
Now let's visualize how these buckets connect with your paycheck.
Meanwhile, a visual map helps you see exactly where each dollar belongs. By splitting direct deposits and running automatic transfers into named buckets, you reduce temptation and make the plan easier to follow. Clear labels like emergency, retirement, investing, bills, and wants keep the purpose of each dollar specific. With your map in place, let's configure automation step by step. Now let's implement automation. First, configure split direct deposit within your payroll so funds land in savings, a bills account, and a discretionary account. Second, set automatic transfers at your bank to reinforce your targets on each payday. Third, enable auto pay for your credit card's full statement balance to avoid interest entirely. Fourth, establish sinking funds for predictable but non-monthly expenses. Fifth, turn on alerts for low balances, large transactions, and upcoming bills. Finally, review and adjust your allocations monthly or when your income or expenses change. With automation running, let's tackle the most dangerous money trap next. Next, we visualize the credit card debt trap. The flow will show that after purchases, the statement arrives, and paying only the minimum leads to interest charges. This increases the balance, which reduces free cash flow, which pushes more reliance on the card, and the cycle repeats. The diagram also highlights the clear exit. Pay the full statement balance every month, which avoids interest and allows savings to grow. With that risk exposed, let's state the rule unequivocally. Now remember the single most important credit card rule. If you cannot pay the full statement balance by the due date, then you cannot afford the purchase. Paying only the minimum is a path into compounding interest that works against you. If you have the discipline to auto pay in full, you may collect rewards safely. Additionally, aim to keep utilization under 30% and ideally under 10% to support your credit profile.
Ready for a quick knowledge check? Here is your first quiz question. What is the safest way to use a credit card while building wealth early in your career? Option A, pay the minimum to keep cash flow high. Option B, pay the full statement balance every month. Option C, carry a small balance to build credit. Option D, use it only for emergencies and ignore the statement date. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video.
The correct answer is B. Paying the full statement balance every month prevents interest from accruing, preserves your cash for savings and investments, and keeps you out of the debt cycle. Now, let's address a controversial but crucial priority: balancing family needs versus your future. Next, Let's compare helping family now with securing your own future first. On the left, supporting family can be meaningful, including contributing to bills, educating on debt avoidance, and offering non-cash support. On the right, your non-negotiable duty is preserving at least 20% savings for retirement and emergencies. Do not sacrifice your long-term security to cover avoidable short-term habits like credit card interest. By establishing a stable base first, you will be able to help sustainably over time. With priorities set, let's translate them into concrete targets. Now here are sample allocation targets. If you live at home with low overhead, you can push savings to 50%. With roommates, needs may average 45% with 35% to savings. Living solo in a high-cost area might require 55% to needs and 25% to savings, which signals the need to improve income or reduce wants. If supporting family, protect at least 20% for savings and aim toward 30% as conditions allow.
Next, let's test your understanding of aggressive savings. Here is your second quiz question. If you live at home with unusually low expenses, which allocation best supports aggressive early wealth building? Option A, 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. Option B, 45% needs, 35% wants, 20% savings. Option C, 30% needs, 20% wants, 50% savings. Option D, 55% needs, 20% wants, 25% savings. You may pause the video now to consider. We will reveal the answer in the next section. The correct answer is C. If your overhead is unusually low, push savings toward 50% and allow compound growth to start early. With savings dialed in, let's harvest some quick wins that improve your bottom line immediately. Now here are immediate actions that produce measurable results this month. Bringing your own lunch can save between $160 and $300 per month. Cancel unused subscriptions using a quarterly audit. Shop for better rates on insurance and phone plans at least annually. Build a 1-month checking buffer to eliminate overdrafts. Finally, automate roundups or small weekly transfers to steadily grow savings. With those wins in place, let's illustrate your money movement from employer to accounts. Next, we will display a sequence of how money moves. The employer sends direct deposit to the bank with splits. On payday, funds route to savings, the bills account, and the discretionary account. Savings transfers occur immediately to prevent spending leakage.
The bills account handles auto payments, including the credit card's statement balance, which ensures no interest accrues. This flow secures your goals before any discretionary spending happens. Now let's pair that with a 90-day roadmap. Now we will show a timeline for your first 90 days. Day 1 involves establishing your net income and listing essential bills. In week 1, open a high-yield savings account and set 20 to 50% auto savings. In week 2, adopt a zero-based budget and cancel unused subscriptions. By the end of month 1, enable full statement autopay and establish a 1-month checking buffer. In month 2, reach a $1,000 starter emergency fund. By month 3, aim for 1 month of expenses saved and review benefits or negotiate for higher compensation. With the roadmap clear, let's address professional boundaries that protect your career and finances. Finally, here are the boundaries that pay dividends. Keep work relationships strictly professional and avoid dating colleagues to prevent conflicts. Protect your reputation by being early, prepared, and consistent. Track accomplishments in a weekly document to strengthen your case for reviews and raises. Avoid office politics and concentrate on performance and learning.
Decline uncompensated scope creep by asking for clear priorities and expectations.
Now, let's crystallize the most important ideas. In summary, divide before you spend, automate savings and payments, and push savings toward 30 to 50% if your overhead allows. Never carry a credit card balance. Always pay in full. Prioritize your future to enable sustainable help for others. Use automation and quick wins to build momentum. Next, let's wrap up with a concise summary. To conclude, start today by setting allocations and automation. Protect savings first, then manage needs and wants within limits. Eliminate interest by paying statement balances in full.
Stack quick wins and revisit your plan monthly, increasing contributions with every raise.
Lastly, I have a quick request to help this content reach others. Thank you for watching. If this video helped, please like it, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more practical money lessons. In the comments, share your savings target for this month or ask any questions you want covered next. See you in the next video.